Are drones invading your privacy? That seems to be an important question in today's world, as drones are becoming more and more prevalent to the public. A few years ago, drones were perhaps only seen in sci-fi movies and maybe the military. Just like before the internet was created, we never had to worry about our digital privacy. Now, however, drones are in the hands of the average consumer, even teenagers. And as a drone pilot, I've had a few personal encounters with those who believed that drones were invading their privacy. And while my intent is simply to fly and collect footage, to share with those of you who love beautiful scenery on YouTube, I understand that my intention is one of innocence. Someone else's intention may be totally different. Firstly, while a large drone may cause you to feel anxious as it hovers over you in the sky, this also sometimes makes us believe that the camera is always focused on us. But truth be told, a drone over 100 feet high gets a very wide view of the landscape. And even if it's focused on you, it would include a large part of the landscape around you. Also, the majority of consumer-sold drones as of 2018 do not have zoom functions within the drones. This may of course change later on, and zooming is available on many video editing software packages out there. But let's understand some more before we answer this important question. When a drone is flying over 100 feet or more, the size of a human being dramatically decreases, even if the drone is focused on that person. Assuming the height of a person is 7 feet, a drone at 100 feet away is able to see an object approximately 10 times smaller than if the drone was 10 feet away. It's important to consider that most high-quality drones can hover at an average of approximately 500 feet. So because you may see a drone, it doesn't mean that this drone can record enough details about you unless it has a sophisticated camera zoom capability system. But there's more. Flying drones less than 75 to 100 feet is dangerous for many reasons, and most responsible drone users very rarely fly below this height, especially within the vicinity of a crowd or neighborhood or city, particularly because most building and infrastructure are usually found below 200 feet. Flying below that would most likely cause a crash, and most drone pilots aren't prepared to lose such an expensive or useful investment. In essence, there's really less you have to worry about at this point when it comes to a drone pinpointing you, when it's about 100 feet on top of you or away of you. However, let's be clear, we're not saying that you don't or you won't get recorded. We're saying the probability of recognition on footage is super low. Also, we're not denying the fact that a drone is definitely capable of seeing land structures or building structures. But we know that most responsible drone pilots take precaution and avoid long footage of any private areas, though technically anything exposed to open air is considered fair game. Of course, technically speaking, the government controls the airspace, but in theory, no one really owns airspace, particularly because airspace goes to infinity. If we owned airspace, we'd technically be owning the airspace from here to Mars, for example, which is unreasonable at this point in time. When we look and when we think of property privacy, this is usually related to the ownership of the ground and any structure connected to that ground. When we think of personal privacy, however, this is where it gets even trickier, since simply following someone could be considered invasion of their personal privacy. With that being said, we cannot assume that all drone pilots have good intention, and so it is important for us to take steps to maintain our own privacy. At the end of the day, it's better to make that choice for yourself before seeking legal intervention and restitution. For example, a window with no curtains might be a bad idea, even though the probability of a drone spying in front of your window requires a great level of skill to accomplish. Same applies to the privacy of your home, such as an open-air pool area. In such a case, one may need to consider covering their pool area at their expense, which seems a bit unfair. And so to answer this question, are drones invading your privacy? We must answer this precisely, delicately. To some degree, and to many responsible drone users, the intent is not to invade the privacy of others. But on the other hand, a drone is one of the easiest devices out there that can be used to invade your privacy. Is it invading your privacy? Yes, it can. But you have the power to stay away from them on most occasions. And so with knowledge, you become more empowered. We hope that this short documentary helps you to understand when your privacy can be potentially invaded and how to avoid this by understanding dimensions or simply protecting yourself by moving away from the focus points. We hope that you liked this video, and if you did, please like this video and subscribe to the channel so that we can bring more informative videos to you. If you have any questions, comment in so we can continue this discussion. Thanks as always for watching. Until then, stay safe.